Hi everyone, and welcome to episode number 226 of the Karen Knits podcast. My name is Karen, and I'm coming to you from South Central Pennsylvania, where I live, where I work, where I knit and crochet, and get into all kinds of other crafting shenanigans. I'm so happy to have you here with me today. It is Saturday, September 28th, 2024, and it's a nice day out. It started out kind of ugly and rainy this morning, but now it's just a little bit partly cloudy. It's a little bit humid out. We've had quite a lot of rain the past almost a week now. There's been rain almost every single day. Sometimes a lot of rain, but we've needed it. It's been quite dry. Speaking of quite dry, I got a tickle in my throat. Oh boy. Just drinking some Kool-Aid. I've lost my train of thought. I've had to take, I think, 3 or 4 tries to get this started because I messed up each time and tripped over my words. I don't know what we're in for today, but let's roll with it and see what happens. So anyways, it's Saturday, September 28th, 2024, and it's a nice day. So, said that already? Don't have to say it again. Went to our farmer's market. I got this gorgeous bouquet of flowers. They're so pretty. Olive's just barely peeking over the edge. She can, hang on, let's move her. Let's change the there we go. Olive's in screen now. I'll just change the camera angle just a little hair so Olive looks hilarious peeking over the flowers. Oh, heaven help you guys, I got the giggles now. Oh my gosh. Anyway, let's try to get under control, Karen. Oh, okay. Hello from the crazy corner here. So, anyway, I'm in fine form. I told you. I warned you. Anyway, if you're a new viewer, I don't know what you're in for. So, oh goodness. Anyway, this is typically a video podcast where oh my gosh, I'm crying. This is typically a video podcast where I talk about my knitting and crochet adventures. I sometimes go down rabbit trails and things get a little bit weird, like right now, but hey, you've been warned. But if you're a new viewer, thank you so much for coming by to see what kind of shenanigans I'm up to. Clearly we're off to a good start today. I hope you enjoy yourself here, and please like the video, subscribe, do all those things. If you're a returning viewer, thank you so much for coming back for another week. And you guys are probably recognizing that I am in very fine form today. You're not quite sure what you're going to be in for either. Anywho, I'm so happy to have you back again for another week to see what kind of knitting and crochet shenanigans I've been up to in the past week. I'm always so happy to have all of you here. We're still slowly closing in on 1,000 subscribers. I'm hoping to hit that before loud motorcycle. I'm hoping to hit the 1,000 before the year is over. Slowly coming up there, but anywho, so this week I have 0 works in progress to show you, but I have 2 finished objects, and those are the only 2 things I have worked on this week. One of them is a project you've seen before. It was a little over half done when I saw you last week. The other one is a project that I started and finished during the past week. And I will say that my hand is sore, and my shoulder and in my upper arm here are sore. I will show you that second. First thing, I finished my, what are these called? Traveling cable hand warmers. It's a pattern by Pearl Soho. It is it's a free pattern on Ravelry. And they're done. I am so happy with these. They were a fun knit. I really enjoyed them. They're relatively quick and easy. When I saw you last, I had the left hand was done. The right hand, I think I was at the point where I was ready to start the thumb gusset increasing. I was happily knitting along, and I had got through where the thumb gusset increasing was done. I had gone several rows beyond that, and I realized I had forgot to do one of the cable crosses here. So I sat there humming and hawing over that and thinking, well, can I live with it? Can I not? Did a couple more rounds and I thought, no, it's bothering me. I didn't want to drop all the way back down and reknit those few rows. So I thought, well, I'll just undo it up until this point, and then I thought, well, I'll just put the needle or put the needles back in and keep going. Did not work. So I got annoyed and I pulled the whole thing out, started over again. Finished them. I just finished them this morning. Yes, this morning. I was trying to remember if it was yesterday or today. I just had the last part of the cuff and the thumb to finish today. So they're done. The yarn is sport weight yarn. I dyed myself. I love the colors. The pattern used for this, I just did the short. There's 3 lengths of cuffs. You can do the short, medium, and long. I think is going to go almost to your elbow. The short was plenty long enough before I didn't want it any longer than that. So it used, for the short length, it used just a drop under 70 grams. So I had about 30 grams left of the 100-gram skein of yarn. So they're done. I'm so happy with them. Now if we can only get better fall weather so that I want to wear them outside and not just wear them to show off. I still need to take pictures, put that up on my project page on Ravelry, but they're done. I'm so happy with them. So again, Traveling Cable Hand Warmers by Pearl Soho. And one seems longer than the other, but it's not possible. Anyway, done. The other project, I remember last week I was telling you that I wanted to make a prayer shawl for a woman at our church whose husband was going to be transferred to hospice care. I was planning on going out and getting the yarn on Saturday evening. It was raining cats and dogs, so I thought, no, I don't want to go out. I don't want to drive in that nonsense. I just don't want to be out in that nonsense. So the yarn I wanted was from Hobby Lobby, so we couldn't go on Sunday. And so we went after I got off work on Monday. By then the yarn was no longer on sale, but it still wasn't really expensive. So I got 3 skeins of the yarn. They had 5 in the color. They did have the color I wanted. They had 5 skeins total, 3 in one dye lot, 2 in the other dye lot. So I got 3. I had been planning on making the, is it called Cozy Campfire? Something like that. It was this big, squishy, wonderful looking knit in a worsted weight yarn, large needles. gorgeous looking pattern. I sat there contemplating that and thinking, it's like, I don't think I could knit that big a shawl in a reasonable amount of time. I wanted something fast. So I started looking for crochet patterns. And I do want to make, I still will be making that cozy campfire. Can't remember the name completely right now. But I do want to make that at some point. And I probably will. I wanted to make it for myself. At one point I bought the pattern and I just haven't made it yet. So I will be making that for myself one of these days. But it's not going to be the prayer shawl that I'll be giving this friend of mine, this woman from church. So I got the yarn on Monday early evening after work, when we got in, had supper, and went and picked up the yarn and then got home. I started crocheting. I decided to make the granny wrap. It's by Annaboo's House. It's a free pattern, and I think the pattern calls for a bulky weight yarn. I've seen it done in all kinds of weights. The yarn I got was a worsted weight, so I just came down in crochet hook size. I used a 5.5 millimeter hook, and I started it on Monday evening, and it's done. Other than a handful of tails that need to be tucked in, it is done, and I love it. It's nice, it's big, it's squishy. I'll explain those markers that you're seeing in just a bit, but it's a nice, big, warm, squishy, gorgeous triangle shaped granny square. So it's, for me, crocheting is quite quick. Ooh, I just knocked the light off. I just had to refocus and get the light back in sync here. For me, crochet goes quite quickly. As I said, I started it on Monday evening. I worked on it quite a bit during the day. Tuesday, Wednesday, I only had a little bit of spare time to work on it. Same with Thursday and Friday, but I powered through, finished it this afternoon. I'm filming this a bit late today because I wanted to finish it so I could show it to you. So you can see, I'm not even sure if you can see, I put several stitch markers in. The first one is that pink one. I don't even know if that's showing up. Anyway, I put markers in there because I wanted to see how much I did each day on this. So the first 2 days I did a lot, or it looks like a lot. And I love it. I'm going to get it packaged up and give it to her at church tomorrow. I'm glad I did opt for the quicker project. As it turns out, I started working on it on Monday evening. Her husband passed on Tuesday morning. So I had kind of hoped I could get it to her before that happened. It happened faster than I think most people were expecting. So then once that happened, then I really wanted to have it done fast so I could get it to her as soon as possible. So hubby and I went over to visit her for a quick visit on Wednesday afternoon, between when I got off work and we had to be at church in the evening. So I popped over to her house for a quick visit, and I'll get the ends tucked in and have it ready to give to her. She did mention when we saw her on Wednesday that she was planning on coming to church on Sunday. And if not, then we'll find a time to go over to her house in the next couple days. So the funeral will not be for a little while yet, because they're just waiting to make arrangements at the cemetery where that he wants. It's a cemetery for veterans. There's just a lot of bureaucratic hoops to go through and to get that done. So the funeral won't be, so I don't want to leave it and not give it to her till the funeral or memorial service. I want to give it to her tomorrow, or if she's not at church tomorrow, as soon as I can. So, but it's done. And it has had a lot of prayer time in it while I was working on it. So I just hope it brings her some comfort and something she can just wrap up in. So the yarn I used, instead of going from a downer note to use this, I love this yarn from Hobby Lobby. And that's the information on it. The color is antique teal, and I was able to get, and I used almost the entire 3 skeins. The skeins are just shy of 200 grams each. I had 11 grams left on the third ball of yarn. I didn't want to try to see if 11 grams would take me all the way across one more time. I didn't think it would. I just didn't think it was going to be enough to make it that far, and I didn't want to get halfway and then have to undo it anyway. So that is done. And that's it. I literally spent all my spare time this week. I wanted to get the fingerless mittens done, and I absolutely wanted to get the prayer shawl done. So nothing else was touched all week. And that's fine. That's perfectly fine. I did spend some time earlier today. I did get the yarn. I've got a few works in progress that I need to keep working on. One of them is the granny square that I'm making for my one of my friend's daughters. I'm planning on making 3 of them, so now I'm going to get back on those again. So those, I want to get back on that one. I think I have 1 ball of yarn left to add to that. I can't remember for sure. I have to double check that. I also have my beginnings of 2 pair of socks. They look mismatched right now, but they're going to be, it's sock number 1 on 2 pair of socks. So once the first sock is done on each, I will start up and cast on the second sock in each one. So I'll end up with 2 pair of socks once those are done. And starting on, I believe, Thursday, I'm not sure what time of the day Thursday, but starting on Thursday, I believe the pattern comes out, the first clue comes out on the Stephen West Mystery Shawl Knit Along. So I got the yarn dyed today, and I videotaped some of that. I will be posting that. I need to get a little bit more video done once the yarn has dried. It's not dry yet. It might take a little while with the humidity out right now. But I am planning on filming a little bit more of that once it's dry, and then I will post that video either later on Sunday or sometime on Monday, whenever it's dry. So I did get that filmed, so I will get that posted for you so you can see what I did and how I did it. Spoiler alert, I love the colors. I opted for charcoal gray. It's kind of a mottled gray blackish color. It's tonal. Dyeing black yarn I find challenging. And I also did, the second color is a medium to light pink, and it's also a tonal kind of mottled kind of color, and I think the 2 of them look fantastic. I love them. And I'm really curious to see what they look like once they've had time to dry properly. But first glance, I love them. So I will show you that. I'll post that video. Video will probably be posted on Monday morning sometime. Went to our farmer's market this morning, and it's the last Saturday morning that it's running for the season. It won't be starting up again until the end of May. So got there. I didn't go for the little tiny bouquet. I went for the bigger bouquet today. And it's so pretty. It's so pretty. I think you can only really see these pink ones up here. There's a couple yellow ones and later pink ones in the back. But it's really pretty. And we also bought a cinnamon bun. But that's all we got at the market. And work is going well. The only other thing coming up is that I am going to be doing Vlogtober this year. So I am planning on posting a video each and every day through October. And I'll post, the first one will go up on the morning Tuesday, October 1st, and they will continue every day throughout October. So I'm excited for that. I always enjoy doing Vlogtober, and I'll also be doing Vlogmas once we roll into December. But for now, it's only October coming up. So I will be posting videos about that. Or let me try that again. I will be participating in Vlogtober, and I will be posting a video every day throughout October. I do plan on continuing to post my regular videos on Saturdays, because I know there's probably some of you that don't want to watch videos every single day of me nattering on about what I'm doing. I'm not sure if everyone is interested in that, but in that case what I'll do is I'm just going to do a regular normal episode every Saturday, like I always do. And otherwise, I think that's about it. I don't think there's anything else that I wanted to tell you about. I think that was it. Already, I seem to have settled down from my giggle fit at the beginning, even though all of us still looking funny, peeking over the flowers. Anyway, on that note, I'm going to let you go, and I will see you again for a regular episode next Saturday, but I will also see you on Monday with the yarn dyeing video, and on Tuesday with the beginning of Vlogtober. Alrighty, thank you so much for joining me today. Take care. If you have not yet done so, please like and subscribe like this video, subscribe to my channel, and I will catch you again very, very soon. Take care, everyone. Bye.